Everyone. I welcome you all to Success Strategies TV. Today I have a very important topic to discuss with us, and the topic is educational neuroscience and neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is simply is the transformation that takes place in the nervous system as a result of profound experience. I repeat, neuroplasticity simply means the biological changes, the holistic changes that actually takes place in a living organism as a result of profound experience. The experience could be positive, it could be negative, etc. Then the next question is in this video becomes, what are those factors that are responsible for neuroplasticity, especially in the educational okay sector. There are so many factors. One of them is that attention, especially absorbed attention, enhances educational neuroplasticity in the classroom. That when students are encouraged to pay attention whenever a teacher is disseminating academic information and data, the probability becomes very high that educational plasticity will take place, because everything that the teacher or the lecturer is explaining, the student would definitely take them in. That the academic neurons, what is called concept neurons, these are neurons that are dedicated to education, that information that are connected to education are stored by the concept neurons. So through attention, the concept neuron become what extremely active. They help to encode all the information, all the knowledge, all the data that the teacher or the lecturer is revealing in the learning environment. Then another factor that enhances neuroplasticity or plasticity, you can actually call it neuroplasticity or plasticity, is what I call the adrenaline advantage. Adrenaline is a hormone that is secreted by the adrenal gland in the hypothalamus. Or I can even add that the hypothalamus is is the master organ in the brain, or in our body system, that does what, that controls the endocrine system. And one of the units of the endocrine kind of a network or system is the adrenal, which secretes adrenaline. So one way that academic neuroplasticity can happen in a classroom is when a teacher or a kind of a lecturer understands neuroscience, especially educational neuroscience. And what he or she does is this. There are different techniques, but let me just share one with us just for the sake of this video. The teacher can tell the students that, look, the topic that I'm about teaching you is extremely important, and I'm going to do everything to make sure that every student in the class understands whatever every item connected to this topic. And let me warn you, after teaching, I am going to make sure that I do what? Whoever gets anything less than 100%, that person will be punished. Or on the other hand, he or she can use the dopamine approach. He or she can say, whoever gets 100%, that individual will be rewarded. So as soon as a teacher uses this technique, naturally the students their autonomic nervous system kicks in, and they become so aroused. Their attention increases, and in the process neurotransmitters are released in the brain, which helps in what, in long term memory. Neurotransmitters like dopamine, neurotransmitters like acetylcholine is released in the process, and by so doing, everything that the teacher or the lecturer teaches, that thing will definitely stick. it will definitely stick, okay, in the brains of the student, changing, okay, the academic neurocircuit responsible, okay, for learning, for education, etc. Then at this juncture, I want to quickly talk about, okay, the two types of um, neuroplasticity or plasticity. There are different, okay, types, but what I have done for the sake of this video is to do what is to narrow them, okay, into two, okay, so that, okay, whoever is listening, okay, to this video will be able to actually understand, okay, the topic that I'm discussing. Like I said, there are two types of neuroplasticity. One, we have the positive, and the other one is the negative plasticity. The positive plasticity has to do with the fact that uh, that when a student, okay, learns how to read and write, okay, there's a kind of, okay, transformation in the brain, okay, of that student, and such transformation is referred to as a positive neuroplasticity. A pupil, okay, who just started schooling, and maybe in the next 6 months that child, okay, that pupil starts, okay, reading. The reason why that has happened is because there's a kind of, okay, transformation, okay, neurological changes, okay, in the circuit, in the academic circuit of that child, okay, that later, okay, led to what, to the transformation, okay, of the circuit responsible for education and learning. And that is one example again of what, of a positive, okay, neuroplasticity. The other one is the negative neuroplasticity. For example, if someone had an accident, okay, and that accident affected maybe the prefrontal cortex, you discover that just the prefrontal cortex is the executive, okay, unit of the brain that's responsible for decision making, for planning, okay, for judgment, for impulse control, etc. Okay, that accident might affect, okay, a portion, okay, of the prefrontal cortex, and you discover that an individual who was behaving normally, an intelligent student, okay, becomes, okay, not too intelligent. The reason is that that accident has actually affected a part of the brain that is responsible for a particular behavior, and unfortunately that behavior will be uh, impaired. It will disrupt, okay, that circuit responsible for that behavior. That child will not be able to, or that individual will not be able to exhibit such behavior anymore. So that is an example of negative, okay, neuroplasticity. Then another good example of negative neuroplasticity has to do with drinking. Okay, if an individual starts drinking, okay, and if the person consistently keeps drinking, it will get to a stage that that individual will become what, an alcoholic. And the reason why that individual has become an alcoholic is because the brain or the nervous system has been transformed. There's a kind of, the circuit responsible for drinking has experienced plasticity. It has become so robust that that habit of drinking, okay, has, okay, has a kind of a very profound cognitive map in the brain of that individual, and that person will not be able to live without drinking. So these are just two, okay, simplistic, okay, analysis of what positive and negative neuroplasticity is. So I shall see you. Thank you for your time. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I release, okay, another video that is connected, okay, to educational neuroscience. And please do not forget to leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.